Okay, so we're still in Proverbs chapter 5 in our Maxwell Leadership Study Bible, and now we're going to focus on King Solomon, a profile in leadership. And it says here that it is more blessed to follow good advice than to give it. And this is something that we learn in great detail from King Solomon. It says it doesn't take a leader very long to realize that it's easier to give good advice than to follow it. And Solomon proves this point. The wisest king doesn't hold back when it came to warning his people against adultery. He tells us repeatedly and with great conviction that only fools fall into adultery. And perhaps he spoke so forcefully because he was pondering the fate of his own father David, who brought on himself no end of trouble through his illicit affair with Bathsheba. And you can read about that in 2 Samuel chapter 12. Solomon therefore counseled other men to stay at home and find contentment with the wife of their youth. Okay? And that's in Proverbs 5:18. The king knew very well the spiritual issues at stake in marriage, for he declares, "The ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths." And that's in 5:21. And yet somehow this same leader failed to heed God's explicit warning against kings taking many wives. So Solomon blatantly disobeyed this command and he married 700 women. It's not even counting all of his concubines. The result, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not loyal to the Lord his God. Wise leaders not only give good advice, they heed it. How different the fortunes of Israel might have turned out had Solomon acted on the wisdom he so forcefully expressed to others. So, again, it's not enough to just give good advice, you have to follow it. And it's pretty clear here that Solomon, one of the wisest, probably the wisest person to ever lived, who had a ton of good advice, which is documented right here in the Bible, had tons of trouble because he failed in many cases to heed his own good advice. But that's something that as leaders we can learn from, and we could see that to be the most impactful, influential leaders that we could be, we have to heed good advice. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this added value to you today. Have a blessed day.